The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TechGig webinar series, our endeavor to empower techies. We believe that sharing of knowledge is the key to enhance our skills and grow us as professionals. With this principle in mind, we have initiated a series of webinars conducted by industry experts to give you all a crisp insight of various domains. The topic of today's session is Vision 2030, 1 million global leaders. And our guest speaker today is Professor M.S. Rao. He is the founder of MSR Leadership Consultants India. Professor M.S. Rao is the father of soft leadership. He is an international leadership guru, an internationally acclaimed leadership educator, executive coach, speaker, and consultant. He has 33 years of experience and the author of 30 books, including the award-winning 21 Success Sutras for Leaders that has been selected as the top 10 leadership books of the year 2013 by San Diego University, America. His award-winning book, Success Tools for CEO Coaches, Be a Learner, Leader, and Ladder, is a Community Award winner for 2014 by Small Business Trends, America, thus becoming the first Indian to win this prestigious international award through voting, where he received the record-breaking votes of 3,740. He has trained over 20,000 people so far. His vision is to build 1 million students as global leaders by 2030. He has been listed as one of the leading achievers around the world in Marcus Who's Who in the World in 2013. He serves as an advisor and judge for several prestigious international organizations, including Global Leadership Awards Malaysia. He is the first Indian to receive prestigious international award, International Coach of the Year 2013 from Comprehensive Coaching U Inc. America. He is the first Indian to share his leadership wisdom in a podcast interview with prestigious Dose of Leadership podcast, which is one of the top leadership podcasts in iTunes. He coined an innovative teaching tool, Meka's Method, leadership training tool, 11E Leadership Grid, and new leadership learning tool, Soft Leadership Grid. Based on his new leadership style, Soft Leadership, copyrighted with Jose Bass, America. It is drawing international attention. It can be applied for organizations to improve their bottom lines and countries to achieve peace and prosperity. His award-winning research paper, Soft Leadership, A New Direction to Leadership, is amongst the most frequently downloaded in industrial and commercial training, Emerald, UK. He successfully led a webinar on soft leadership organized by International Leadership Association, America. He has been honored with photos on the cover page of prestigious international magazine, The Leadership International, Malaysia, October 2012 issue, and on the cover page of prestigious international magazine, African Leadership Magazine, September 2013 issue. So, now without further delay, I introduce you all to our guest speaker. Over to you, Professor Rao.
Thanks for your gracious introduction, Aradhana. Hello, good afternoon, and a warm welcome to everyone. Let me take this opportunity to thank techig.com for providing this wonderful platform to share my knowledge and experience on executive coaching, education, and leadership. I am so honored to be with you today. I thank you for taking time off from your busy schedules to participate in this webinar. I would like to share with you about my upcoming authored book, Stand Out as a Global Leader, Strive for Global Peace and Prosperity to Make a Difference. In this book, I have highlighted my vision to build 1 million students as global leaders by 2030. I got this trigger to create a vision to build 1 million students as global leaders because right from the childhood, I have a heart to do something for the society and make a difference in the lives of others. I served Indian Air Force as a soldier for some years. Then again, I thought of serving students as a professor. So I took up the noble profession of teaching. So in this profession, what I thought after interacting with various students, I came to know that there is a need for developing leadership skills among Indian students. So I framed my own vision to build 1 million students as global leaders. I wrote this book with an intention to create a global citizens and global leaders to achieve global peace and prosperity also. A strong global leadership pipeline is required in the current global context. The prestigious international publication UN Post featured my interview, in which I shared my passion and vision to build 1 million people as global leaders. It received overwhelming response internationally. I decided to explore it further to provide clarity as to how to accomplish my vision. I wrote another article with the breakup of my blueprint on my passion, vision, execution, and transformation. And the UN Post appreciated and published it. I shared my lifetime goal to build 1 million students as global leaders with the students and participants regularly during my teaching and training programs. I also share it in my articles, blogs, books, and social media. I'm very much passionate about this prestigious non-profit project. I have already trained 20,000 students so far, and I conduct classes, seminars, workshops, and leadership training programs for students and corporate. Whenever the educational institutions request me to provide training programs, I honor their request and visit with excitement to share my passion, vision, and knowledge. Apart from my active involvement in grooming 1 million students directly, I am currently building a core team of 50 diehard followers through 5-bucket approach who will assist me to accomplish my goal. Here is a breakup of my blueprint on my passion, vision, execution, and transformation. I am passionate about Indian students. Hence, I have chosen the noble profession of teaching to make a difference in their lives. My areas of interest include learning, leadership, executive education, and executive coaching. Therefore, I connected my passionate area of leadership with Indian students to groom them as global leaders. My vision is to build 1 million students as global leaders. I am the follower of Mahatma Gandhi and Swami Vivekananda. I have been inspired by Mahatma Gandhi's principles of truth and nonviolence, also by Swami Vivekananda, who put India on the global map in Chicago Conference with an emphasis on universal brotherhood and fraternity. He led from the front with his simplicity and humility. Under the influence of their ideals and ideas, I lead the movement to shape 1 million students as global leaders. Here is how I am going to execute it. If you want to change the society, you need citizens who are highly committed and dedicated. Hence, I am looking for students with a positive, right, and strong attitude to carry forward my passion and vision to build a better society to achieve the ultimate objective of global peace and prosperity. Presently, I have built a team of a few students and corporate executives who share my passion and vision with others. They connected with me through my teaching and training programs. I send them mails and connect with them through social media. Sometimes they phone me. I have been building this team for the last 7 years, and I am still doing it by interviewing the prospective candidates. I am building top 50 hardcore team. This is how I am going to build it. During my teaching and training programs, there are students and participants who follow my ideals and ideas and seek my career guidance and counseling. I have tentatively created a blueprint consisting of 5 levels of leadership to build global leaders. Here is the blueprint. In the first level, I invite students and corporate executives who are interested in my passion and vision for discussion and counsel them. During the discussion, I look at various aspects including attitude, academic excellence, attitude of gratitude, persistence, team spirit, leadership abilities, continuous learning, and above all, how to make a difference to the society. I share with them my passion and vision to build 1 million students as global leaders. If I find that they are seriously interested in sharing and spreading my passion and vision with others on non-profit basis, I include their names in the dedication list of my upcoming leadership books. This dedication helps them as a reference during their employment interview, apart from remaining as a lifetime gift. In the level 2, I will assess their contribution and commitment towards my cause apart from their performance. If I find that they contribute to society through non-government organizations and non-profits, I will promote them to the second level. Periodically, I will have an interaction and discussion with them. If there is any need for my presence to inspire others who aspire to grow as global leaders, I will attend and address the conferences, workshops, and seminars on a free of cost. Those who are found lacking in commitment and dedication towards this cause and found to be fake followers will not get entry into the second level. In the third level, I provide them free leadership training programs actively depending on our convenience. I monitor their performance. If these leaders maintain continuous enthusiasm to spread my vision and passion and share knowledge with others, I will elevate them to the fourth level. I will check whether they are providing leadership training programs voluntarily on non-profit basis to others to groom as global leaders. If I find them doing a great job and based on their commitment, contribution and performance, I will publish their interviews with photos in my authored book outlining their aspirations, expectations, principles and philosophies and commitment and contribution to the society. In this way, they get gradually exposed globally. At the fifth level, I will take 50 best brains who contributed with a heart to serve society and introduce them into my international connections to enable them to grow as global leaders. At this level, all the 50 core team members must take a pledge to build 50 core team as global leaders during their lifetime on non-profit basis to bring a positive change to the society. To accomplish my vision, I make use of social media, including my 3 blogs, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. I post articles on career, leadership, motivation, success, and learning and development regularly in my LinkedIn and Facebook page and share them with students. I'm happy to share with you that my teaching profession has become the launching pad to accomplish my lifetime vision to build 1 million students as global leaders by 2030. Over a period of time, more leaders are created by me and my top 50 hardcore team. We will work as a team to make a difference to the world. When a stone is thrown into water, it takes time for the ripples to reach the shore. My initiative started to create ripple effects to make a positive change among some students. Once the ripples reach the shore, I can expect total transformation of youth for global good. I intend to infuse my passion and vision into the young brigade who are filled with lots of fire in their bellies but lack the direction. I would like to become a change agent to shepherd the youth to groom them as global leaders. During my teaching and training programs, I find students with lots of energy and enthusiasm to lead our country, but they lack the right direction. They are looking for leaders who can show them the way. They are not happy the way things are happening around them in the society. We may consider them an impatient cohort, but when we observe closely and clearly, the youth is more worried about India. They are looking for fresh blood to lead from the front. My role is to ensure that the right people are in the right place at the right time to enable them to grab the global opportunities. When a drop of rain falls into an ocean, it is without any significance. However, when the same drop of rain falls into a shell, it becomes a pearl. My task is to make sure that the drops of rain fall into the shells and become pearls. Hence, I would like to make sure that the students don't lose their significance by going into wrong paths and areas. I make sure that they enter into right paths, careers, and areas at the right time of their age to grow as global leaders with universal brotherhood and fraternity. Society is a collection of individuals. When all individuals think collectively to contribute to others, they can make a difference. Margaret Mead rightly remarked, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." Hence, we intend to change the society through a passionate vision and execution with a long-term view. A strong global leadership pipeline is required in the present world. Building 1 million global leaders becomes a strong leadership pipeline for the world, as currently baby boomers are retiring and there is an urgent need to build leaders at all levels, especially at the senior level. These global leaders can contribute aggressively to make a difference. They can make India a prosperous nation and a superpower in the world. They can work in any part of the world to create a better world. I am optimistic that I can contribute my best as an individual by building a passionate team of 50 to build 1 million global leaders by 2030. In case of my untimely death, my top 50 hardcore team will continue my vision with a tremendous passion. Hence, I am committed and dedicated to my cause, and above all, I am confident about my passion, vision, execution, and transformation of students as global leaders with a global mindset to make a difference to the world. In order to accomplish my lifetime ambition to groom 1 million students as global leaders, I started to dig tons of ore to get an ounce of gold. You can look at in this slide. In fact, there are two kinds of people in the world. One kind is the people with optimism, and another kind is the people with pessimism. The people with optimism often look at the door that is opened, while the people with pessimism often look at the door that is closed. The people with optimism look at the bottle as half full, while the people with pessimism look at the bottle as half empty. The optimists look at the rising sun, while the pessimists look at the setting sun. The optimists look at the good qualities in others, while the pessimists look at the bad qualities in others. Optimists appreciate the strengths in others, while the pessimists criticize the weaknesses in others. Which kind of person are you? Just think. Are you a positive or a negative person? Just think. Human mind is very powerful. It can either make or break anything. If you know how to make use of it for your progress and for the progress of society, you can stand out from others for good reasons, and you can excel as a taller person in stature. One of the students recently asked me a question: what is the guarantee that the students you select are your genuine followers and are committed ones like you? You are sowing the seeds, and most of them will walk away with fruits and may not sow the seeds the way you are sowing to build a better world. I smiled and told her like this: I am optimistic by nature. I am aware that there will be fake followers during the selection process, but I am optimistic that majority of them will be good citizens who are ready to bring a positive change within the society. I added that you need to dig tons of ore to get an ounce of gold. I know that a lot of students with scrap will come up during my selection process, but I am happy that I am able to get an ounce of gold that can change the world. That gives me a great satisfaction. Companies recruit employees with an intention that they will work for a long time. They invest lots of money on training and development on employees to achieve better performance and productivity, and to achieve organizational excellence and effectiveness. What happens when the trained employees leave their organizations for better patches elsewhere? Companies think positive and invest in employees. They can't start with a negative mindset that the trained employees will leave their organizations. Hence, look at the positive side of life, not the negative side. Look at the gold, not the debt. Think of an ounce of gold, not the tons of scrap that goes as waste during the process of leadership development. To grow and excel as a global leader, it is essential to acquire some unique attributes, encounter challenges, and learn leadership lessons from proven global leaders. Before we discuss these aspects, let us know what is all about global leadership. Global leadership deals with managing the emotions, egos, and feelings of employees from different parts of the world, both physically and virtually, by appreciating diversity, identifying diversified interests, aspirations, expectations, and cultures. Managing physically itself is a major challenge, and leading them virtually is a much bigger challenge for global leaders. However, getting updated with the latest perspectives on global leadership helps them adapt to rapid changing global business environment. Here are the essential qualities the leaders must possess to excel as global leaders. According to Marshall Goldsmith, there are 5 key characteristics that the global leaders must address: thinking globally, appreciating cultural diversity, demonstrating technological savvy, building partnerships, and 5th is sharing leadership. Here are some more characteristics to grow as a global leader. You need to acquire international experience as a subordinate. That's the first point. Other points are: be passionate about what you are doing. If you are going to lead, you have to feel a very strong sense of commitment to your vision and convey this to the people who work for you. Equipped with adequate stamina and endurance for the long haul. Possess adaptability. To be a successful global leader, it's not just about how many degrees you have, how many years of experience you have, or how many awards you have won. It is how adaptable you are as a global leader. Possess empathy, humility, honesty, integrity, and trustworthiness. And equip with global mindset. Possess moral courage. In other words, you can't please everybody. And if you try to, you will likely make some very bad calls. Leadership is not about being liked, it's about being the right thing. Sometimes it is uncomfortable and not everyone is behind it. But again, it's not about getting votes, it's about doing the right thing. Possess a clear vision for the goals that are trying to be achieved and the determination to deliver results. Many organizations go astray because of lack of clarity around the world, what they are really trying to achieve. Now, build your global leadership brand. That is on the slide 4 we'll discuss about. First thing is how we create charisma. When you look at some celebrities, you get attracted to them quickly. You instantly become their fan and follower. You admire them. You often think about them and imitate them to be notified by others. Do you know the reasons for it? It is due to their charisma. Charisma is all about attracting people with your extraordinary appearance through your personality, attitude, and behavior. People often mistake charisma with physical appearance alone. In fact, physical appearance is one of the ingredients of charisma, not per se charisma. There are leaders without much of attractive physical appearance who demonstrated charisma like Abraham Lincoln. Now the question is how to acquire charisma. Nobody is born with charisma. It is cultivated over a period of time. When you observe leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, John F. Kennedy, Dalai Lama, and Aung San Suu Kyi, it took many years for them to build charisma. There is no magic wand to build your charisma. To acquire charisma, you must observe people who have charisma and analyze to find out what made them more impressive among others and different from others. After finding out, you must customize some of the best features as per your principles and philosophies, as you should not lose your originality and individuality. Find out your strengths and weaknesses. Work on your strengths by safeguarding yourself from your weaknesses to build your charisma. Look at what strengths you have in terms of both tangible and intangible values. Tangible includes your physical appearance and dress code, and intangible include personality, attitude, behavior. Charisma is a blend of ABCD, where ABCD stands for attitude, behavior, charisma, dialogue, and etiquette. Remember, nobody is born with style, mannerism, and charisma. People create it over a period of time, consciously and unconsciously. If you are ambitious to become a celebrity and are keen to build your own charisma, start building it from today onwards. You will create a huge number of fans and followers across the world. Adopt ABCD of branding, where A stands for anchoring your aspirations and expectations to your audience. B stands for building your audience as per your passions, principles, and philosophies. C stands for communicating clearly with your audiences about your ethics, apart from sharing your domain expertise. D stands for demonstrating your domain expertise continuously. And finally, E stands for engaging your audiences with an etiquette to establish yourself. On slide 5, we will talk about branding through social media. In this regard, it is essential to trifurcate your vision. When you want to brand yourself, you must have a vision. You can divide your vision into 3 segments: personal, professional, and social. That means how you want to be remembered personally, how you want to influence others professionally, how you want to impact the society. You must write down them on a piece of paper to capture your thoughts. It provides you with clarity, and then share it with others through stories. Take feedback from others and mold yourself to create a viable and feasible final vision that can be executed effectively. For instance, personally, I would like to become President of India by 2030. Professionally, I would like to share my knowledge with the world to excel as an international thought leader in the area of leadership. And socially, I want to groom 1 million students as global leaders on non-profit basis. After trifurcating your vision, ensure that all 3 visions are well aligned to achieve your goals quickly and smartly. Invest your energies and efforts consistently to achieve 3 outcomes simultaneously. How to execute it effectively? Now we will talk about it. Look at your passionate areas first. Identify your value system, align them, and contribute in those areas regularly. Over a period of time, you find amazing improvement in your brand. Contribute articles in your area of interest for trade journals. start a blog and share your ideas and insights so that more readers will follow you, and that makes your brand building much easier. Join associations to connect with others. Share your knowledge through training and teaching programs. Author books in your domain. Approach and anchor from multiple channels systematically and consistently. You will be surprised to find an amazing brand for yourself. Additionally, identify and create a group of stakeholders who can help you in branding. Involve them aggressively by sharing your passion and vision. In this way, you reach out to more people, thus minimizing dependence on your single stakeholder. Don't dilute your brand after building it. Remember, your brand is your bread and butter. After building your brand, you must sustain and preserve it. Ensure that you take all precautions to avoid getting noticed for wrong reasons. Brand yourself through social media. Currently, social media is growing rapidly. You can take support of this amazing media to share your ideals and ideas to brand yourself globally. You can brand yourself quickly and smartly once you are acquainted with social media. You can brand yourself professionally through LinkedIn. You can brand socially through Facebook. You can brand as a celebrity through Twitter. If you start a blog, you can brand yourself as a domain expert. There are other social media, including Google Plus, that help you brand yourself. Remember the slogan, more display, more sales. Hence, you must brand yourself to stand out from others. At the same time, don't boost yourself to blow your trumpet. Find out the difference between boosting and boasting, and balance judiciously to build your brand consistently with authenticity. When you look at Steve Jobs, he branded himself as an innovation guru. When you look at Richard Branson, himself is an international brand. Hence, you can learn from such leaders who branded themselves globally. Branding provides you an identity. When you are called by your name, you get excited. Similarly, when you are connected with your passionate area and called by your brand name, you get excited as it conveys your value system, principles and philosophy. Hence, choose your passions, look for your potential, follow the road less traveled, spot your talents, acquire skills, blend your talents with skills, reinvent with changing times and technologies to create an everlasting brand for yourself to live beyond your lifetime. Spotting the right talent and training them as leaders is indeed a challenging task for leaders and organizations. Companies adopt various tools and techniques to create their leadership pipeline to ensure seamless supply of trained leadership talent to ensure organizational excellence and effectiveness. Talent is a scarce commodity globally. Several organizations don't find the right talent to cater their services and products to their clients and customers. It is essential to build the talent, but how to build the talent is a million-dollar question. Is it better to build internally or hire externally? In fact, there are many ways to meet the talent needs. You can buy the talent as and when you need it. You can hire the talent. You can outsource it temporarily. You can borrow it. You can build the talent regularly. Among all of them, building talent proves to be worthwhile in the long run. Of course, it depends on the vision of the company, financial strength, and the type of sector the company is into. How to spot the talent to groom them as leaders? Research shows that top companies outperform average ones in developing leaders and retaining them in the leadership pipeline. Before organizations intend to develop leaders, they must create the talent mindset among all levels of leaders, including senior management. It helps create the process of building the leaders. Here are the ways to spot the talent to groom them as leaders. Check the attitude of the employees. Look for their past performance, whether it is consistent. Spot X factor among the employees. Find out the people who are passionate to learn and grow. Look for persistence. Check whether they are willing to explore, fail, learn lessons and bounce back from failures. Check whether they have the heart to help others and groom them as leaders. Observe whether they are ethical in their approach. Take feedback from all sources to avoid any prejudice to achieve accuracy in selection. Invite the potential employees for discussion and observe their body language. If convinced, give them an opportunity to be trained in the leadership position. If they take interest to excel as leaders, take them to the next level. It is essential to check from each level about the progress and the consistency in behavior to learn and grow and to deliver goods as per the organizational requirements. If the employees perform well, give them more challenging tasks to grow as leaders. Leaders can be developed in many ways, such as by engaging them into challenging assignments where they stretch themselves by coming out of their comfort zones. They can be assigned with different roles and responsibilities through job rotation. They can be provided with regular training programs to groom them as leaders. They can also be coached where they can engage themselves through effective conversation to bring out the behavioral changes. Additionally, organizations can adopt various means to develop leaders, such as training through formal workshops, providing courses on training and delivering seminars. They can conduct assignments, put the employees on rotational placements, and giving temporary roles, responsibilities, to name a few. It is desirable to promote leaders within the company and groom them for senior positions. If you look at Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, he has been homegrown to the top position. Hiring external leaders for C-suite positions, especially for CEO position, may not be an ideal idea. Sometimes it may send a wrong signal to the loyal grown CEOs, deliver better outcomes rather than externally hired CEOs. To summarize, spot the right talent and groom them regularly to keep them in the leadership pipeline, to check attrition, to motivate employees, and to achieve organizational excellence and effectiveness. Let us look at the slide number 7. Mahatma Gandhi, the messenger of non-violence and global peace. The United Nations observes October 2 as International Day of Non-Violence and the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, who spread the message of non-violence and peace globally. He led India's freedom struggle on the tenets of truth and non-violence. He showed to the world that independence can be achieved through non-violence means. As a result, there are a number of followers for Mahatma Gandhi globally, cutting across the communities and countries. The person who puts up attack is much stronger than the person who attacks. The person who has stamina to bear pain is stronger than the person who inflicts pain. The person who pioneers non-violence is stronger than the person who practices violence. As Mahatma Gandhi rightly remarked, non-violence is the weapon of the strong. Hence, it is desirable to preach and practice non-violence than violence. Although man is violent by nature, he must transform himself with the growing civilization to stand out from animals. Gandhi's principles were not only confined to India's freedom struggle but also relevant to the world. Martin Luther King Jr. once remarked, if humanity is to progress, Gandhi is inescapable. He lived, thought, acted, and inspired by the vision of humanity evolving towards a world of peace and harmony. Currently, the world is encountering several challenges, including intolerance, impatience, and terrorism. Hence, it is essential to follow ideas and ideals of Mahatma Gandhi, especially truth and non-violence, to achieve international peace and prosperity. Hence, let us take a pledge to respect and love all cultures, castes, creeds, and communities to promote international peace and universal brotherhood. Currently, we have too many religions in the world. Some of the people from the religious faiths believe that their religions are superior to others, leading to conflicts and terrorism globally. People must learn that all these different religions are different means to reach God. Mahatma Gandhi once remarked, the essence of all religions is one, only their approaches are different. It is unfortunate that people started looking at the differences instead of looking at the similarities. It has become a cause for concern globally as some people resort to violence and terrorism based on their religion. Hence, it is essential to pioneer a common religion for the entire humankind, to bring people into one platform to promote universal brotherhood, to achieve international peace and prosperity. Can we name that religion as religion of love, which every human being craves for? People who believe in this religion must love all people across the world, irrespective of the language, region, race, caste, creed, and community. It must be based on 4 pillars of truth, nonviolence, empathy, and compassion. Additionally, this religion of love must be based on the concept of love your mother but don't hate another person's mother, and on the principles of respect to all and disrespect to none. Life is an echo that you must understand in this regard. We must understand that life is an echo. Yes. If you give best, you get the best. If you love others, others will love you. Here goes the famous story on hate and love. A boy often complained to his mother that he hated the people. Mother advised him to go to the top of the hill and shout the same. The boy started to shout, "I hate you." He heard the response, "I hate you." He shouted louder and the echo got louder. Having vexed, he returned home and informed his mother that he heard the voice, "I hate you." Mother smiled and advised her son to go again and shout, "I love you." The boy went to the top of the hill and started to shout, "I love you." To his surprise, he heard the same response. He shouted louder and the echo got louder. He was excited, returned home and informed the same to his mother happily. The mother responded that life is an echo. If you do good, you get back the good. If you do bad, you get back the bad. Therefore, you must always do good to get good, as what goes around comes around. Similarly, people across the globe must shed their cynicism and pessimism and start loving people with a positive attitude. In fact, attitude makes a huge difference. Hence, people must improve their attitude and love the people around to enable the world to live with lots of love. We must believe in the religion of love. See good in others. Improve your attitude to make this world a better place to live. Grow as a global citizen with universal mindset. Treat all religions as equal and respect them. Remember, no religion preaches violence. It is the misguided elements who spread wrong messages in the name of religion to create ill will among the individuals. Above all, we must remember that given the choice between the sword and the spirit, it is the spirit which is always stronger than the sword. Hence, develop the spirit and replace religion with love to promote world peace. Let us look at the slide number 8. The United Nations observes International Day of Peace on September 21st every year. Why is the peace essential in this world? Is it possible to achieve peace internationally in the current conflict world? In fact, peace is the first step to progress and final step to prosperity. When people fight globally, lots of money is wasted on wars and policing, apart from losing precious men, machine, and material. Additionally, it brings misery to the people. Therefore, peace is essential to achieve prosperity in this world. Secondly, we can achieve international peace if we understand the root causes for global violence and address them earnestly. Some of the causes are people are becoming restless, impatient, and intolerant due to ego, miscommunication, work pressures, and lack of empathy. Hence, there is a need to groom global citizens with a global mindset to look at similarities, not differences. Daily we read about a lot of violence globally. Through media, we hear deaths, atrocities on women, and violence in the name of religion, region, languages, caste, and creed. How to put an end to such things? To live with universal fraternity and brotherhood. Solution lies in developing students as global citizens to enable them to become not well-rounded personalities but also worthy citizens in the world. Here are some of the tools to achieve the international peace. Be a humanist first. Have a positive, right, and strong attitude. Develop let go unpleasant past attitude. Be magnanimous to forgive others. Accommodate others with a big heart. Demonstrate compassion. Look at the character in the people, not color. Evolve as a good citizen with a global mindset rather than with a local mindset. Respect all people. Love your mother but don't hate another person's mother. Let us move on to the slide number 9. Do you have a heart to serve others? Do you have the mindset of live and let live? Do you want to promote global peace and prosperity? If the answer is yes, you have the mindset to grow as a global citizen. You don't have to have any password to become a global citizen. You can travel in any part of the world the way you travel in your own country. In fact, entire globe belongs to you when you have global mindset. Additionally, you can travel in any part of the world without any passport. It is essential to develop right attitude and teach students about diversity in the classroom to groom them as global citizens. Now we will talk about emphasizing on universal brotherhood. As every country has democracy, there must be democracy for the entire world where the will of the majority prevails rather than the hegemony of a few countries. The elected global leaders must provide right direction to United Nations by leading from the front. We must believe that there is one God for all of us, and we must believe that we have one religion, that is humanity. There must be Mahatma Gandhi in every individual. There must be Jesus in every human being. There must be Muhammad in every human being. There must be Buddha in every human being. There must be Ram in every human being. There must be Guru Nanak in every human being. There must be a God as per the faith in all individuals in the world. Remember, all religions preach peace and love. Hence, acquire the attitude, understand the basic essence, and develop universal fraternity and brotherhood to achieve international peace and prosperity. Here is a clarion call from Martin Luther King. We have before us the glorious opportunity to inject a new dimension of love into the veins of our civilization. Talking about volunteering to make a difference to the world, there are many people who are born and dead every day, but we remember great leaders like Florence Nightingale and Mother Teresa, who made a significant difference to the world through their valuable contributions and sacrifices. Gift your time. You can contribute your best by helping people when they need your care and attention. It may be in terms of money, it can be through various means and ways. The biggest gift you can give to others is time. Hence, invest your time to the needy and hungry. Make them special to bring smiles in their faces. In fact, that is the need of the hour to the global society. Remember, what goes around comes around. If you give your best, you get the best. Hence, invest a part of your precious time to lift people around you to make a difference in their lives. On slide 10, we can see make a difference. Many people want to make a difference in the lives of others, but don't know where to start. Here are some small things you can do to start with. Compliment people by highlighting their earnest efforts. It boosts their self-esteem and self-confidence. Don't indulge in artificial praise. Otherwise, you will lose your credibility. Your compliment should be objective, specific, and should be given as soon as you notice the positive behavior in others. Give something to others such as stationery, flowers, books, chocolates, or other small things. It makes them special. They will develop a positive attitude towards others. Have patience, care, and respect for others. Give something back to society either through money or through your services. And above all, develop an attitude of gratitude towards the good others do to you. On slide 11, we will discuss about avoiding the mindset of what is in it for me. In today's world, most people are caught in the I, me, myself syndrome and what is in it for me mindset, despite the fact that giving has been deeply ingrained in our socio-cultural psyche. Hence, it is essential to work hard to cultivate the attitude of giving something to society. Whether other people acknowledge your efforts or not, you must deliver your best as an individual. As many small drops make a mighty ocean, many small efforts can make a major difference to the society and to the world. If leaders had not sacrificed in the past, our world would have been worse off than what it is now. If we want our future generations to live in a better world, then we must contribute our best to the welfare of society without expecting anything in return. We must believe that making a difference is an investment for the benefit of our future generations. Hence, let us take a pledge to contribute our best to make a difference to the world. Mahatma Gandhi said, we must become the change we want to see. On slide 12, you can see my vision statement. My vision is to build 1 million students as global leaders. My vision is to help students unleash their hidden potential. My vision is to help students succeed in every area of their lives and to accomplish their dreams. My vision is to help unsuccessful students become successful students. My vision is to help successful students become even more successful students. My vision is to inspire students to dream big and achieve big. My vision is to pioneer for global peace, prosperity, stability, and security. Make a difference to the world. This is the message out of this webinar. And you can see the resources on my slide. I have 3 blogs meant for leadership development. You can visit them to know insights on leadership. If you hit Google with my name, Professor M.S. Rao, my name appears on the first page, first name. You will find around 700 articles online which are free. When you find time, you can read my articles and you may share them with others as knowledge grows when shared. You can post your feedback. I appreciate if you could post your feedback on my Facebook page. Like and share with your known connections. I posted articles on executive coaching leadership in LinkedIn. You can read them regularly. I conduct training programs for all levels of management. My vision is to build 1 million Indian students as global leaders, as I have discussed in this webinar. I want to achieve it with the help of social media, as there is a limitation to train 1 million people physically. I have already trained 20,000 people so far through direct training programs. I am building a core team of 50 leaders to partner with to make my vision into a reality. You can post your feedback about my webinar on the Facebook page. For this book, there are a number of international management thinkers who have endorsed, like Marshall Goldsmith, who is very much known to me, who is very kind and helped me by writing foreword for one of my books, and also by writing foreword for one of the books of my younger son, and other management thinkers like Sarah MacArthur, Dr. Tony Alessandra, James Stroke, Dr. E.S. Vibeke, Ronald Riggio, Barry Meher, Bob Urichuk, Bahodin, Lenny Laskowski, Alan Gell. All these people are very kind and to endorse my book, and this book will come after 3 or 4 months, and I thank them for their kind gesture and for their time. And another thing to note here is Pearson published my book 21 Success Sutras for Leaders, which was ranked as a top 10 leadership book by San Diego University, America, for the year 2013. You can buy and give this book to your friends and relatives. You can provide this book during your corporate training programs as a complimentary copy, and it's very much beneficial for you to grow as a very good leader and also to become a CEO. So it's worth investing your time. So you can buy this book. And thank you very much for your time. We'll move on to the question and answer session. Now I am open for questions on this topic.
Thanks for the insightful presentation, Professor Rao. Let's quickly take up the questions as you have just mentioned.
Yeah.
I would request you to read out the questions and their answers so that all our users may listen to your insights.
Okay, now how entrepreneurs develop leadership? It is difficult for a fresher who are going to start up. Kunal Raut has asked the question, how entrepreneurs develop their leadership. It is difficult for freshers who are going to start up. Yeah, for freshers going to set up an enterprise is very challenging. Usually entrepreneurs work in various companies, and after gaining some experience and exposure, they start their own enterprises. That's how it happens. For especially as freshers, it's a very big challenge. But if someone has got a beautiful idea, a very innovative idea, which is not tried and tested, so then anybody can take up the idea to start their own enterprise. And coming to the point, how entrepreneurs develop their leadership skills means, leadership skills are mostly learned by experience. Of course, there are you can learn from books, but books give you an idea on leadership skills and how to become leader, and books will help you to minimize mistakes and maximize your leadership effectiveness. According to me, from my different experience, what I feel is that experience is the best teacher. Leaders can become mostly by acquiring skills based on their training programs or teaching programs or by experience, by observation, and of course by reading books. So not only entrepreneurs, anybody can develop these leadership qualities, but entrepreneurs, I'm sure they can become better leaders. Why? Because they are basically risk takers, and risk taking is an integral part of leadership. So it's very easy for entrepreneurs to excel as leaders. I hope I have responded to this question raised by Kunal Raut. Yeah, next. Aradhana?
So while we are waiting for more questions to come in, so would you like to divulge some more information on how soft leadership can work for a lot of young people who are going for startups, like you have just mentioned, how it can develop their personality and how it can provide confidence in them?
See, soft leadership is basically is about on partnership. Usually, previous days, it was like leader-follower dynamics prevailed earlier. But nowadays, especially the Gen Y, the youth, they want to work with partners. They want to work in the organization with lesser hierarchy levels. So this youth, especially the Gen Y, they appreciate working in partners rather than with leaders. So this soft leadership helps a lot. This soft leadership is a new kind of leadership I have created, which is making waves all over the world. This is basically about applying soft skills while leading the people. It is through persuasion, negotiation, communication. So we need to persuade the people to get the things done rather than being very tough taskmasters. If you look at Jack Welch, he's a tough taskmaster. So that kind of leadership doesn't work in the current context. So during my training programs also, many of the executives, they have been complaining that, sir, we have seen so many leadership styles. I don't think these styles will work. So we need a different kind of leadership style. That's what the people have been saying for the last 6 to 7 years to me. Then I started working for a new leadership style. Then I have created this soft leadership, which is gaining global attention. This soft leadership is not only for youth, it can be applied for countries also to achieve global peace and prosperity. That's what is all about soft skills. Anything else? Aradhana?
Yes, so there is one more question that has
here
coming
is a question. Difference between leader and non-leader. Leader is the person who leads from the front. Leader is the person who takes blame in case of failure, spreads fame during success. That means a leader takes the responsibility and he always leads from the front without expecting anything from others. And non-leader is the one who doesn't take any initiative. He wants someone should guide him, someone should tell him, someone should motivate him. Whereas if you look at leaders, they are self-motivators. They always come forward, they take initiative, they take responsibility, and they try to inspire the people and build teams and constantly motivate them to execute organizational goals and objectives. So that's how the difference between leader and non-leader. Leader is the one who takes responsibility. Non-leader is the one who may not take responsibility unless he has been asked to shoulder the responsibility. I hope I have responded to this question raised by Muhammad Shakir. There is one more question by Sampath Kumar. As you said, if it's a new innovative idea, business success rate is high. If we have new ideas, how we can figure out it having a good future and the success rate? How will you advise people to think this case as a CEO of a company to analyze the project? So I think this is a very easy question, so it's not having clarity, but let me repeat once again. As you said, it's a new innovative idea, business success rate is high. Yes, business success rate will be high because people appreciate working with partners rather than with leaders. So definitely business success rate will be higher. Okay, then second thing is, if we have new ideas, how can we figure out it having good future and success rate? That's not clear actually, the question itself is not clear. how will you advise people to think this case as a CEO of a company to analyze the project? So let me break, yes, Sampath has clubbed 3 points in one question. So let me trifurcate this question. First thing is, it's a new innovative idea, business success rate is high. If it is a new innovative idea, business success rate is high. Definitely, if whenever we go for innovative ideas, although there could be some failures because we can't ensure success every time, but most of the times, we achieve success and the success rate is higher. The second thing is, if we have new ideas, how can we figure out having a good future and success rate? See, any idea, you have to explore and experiment by weighing all pros and cons, and you can't bank on routine ideas. If you do routine things, you get routine results. So if you take up new ideas and you get new results, and sometimes there could be failures, but definitely there will be success also. So that's how it is. So definitely I think we need to go for innovation and we need to experiment and explore new ideas in order to have bright future, and definitely success rate will be higher. And the another question, how will you advise people to think this case as a CEO of a company to analyze a project? Yeah, CEOs also, CEOs take feedback from various sources within the organization, and when they get some ideas, they take the ideas and put it to the people, among the people, core committee people, and they see whether the idea is viable or not. So after weighing all the pros and cons, if they feel that the idea is worth trying, then they will go for it, otherwise they will drop it. That's how CEOs do it. I hope I have responded to the question raised by Sampath. So any other questions? Aradhana?
Due to time constraint, Professor Rao, I have to request you to take the unanswered questions offline, which I will share with you through email. So if you would like to sum up the session for today, you can do it now.
Yeah, really, it's a great day to share my vision 2030 with my attendees. It's a great honor, in fact, because it's my lifetime vision to build 1 million global leaders, 1 million Indian students as global leaders. And I thank techit.com for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my vision with attendees. And I thank the attendees for their time and for their patient hearing. And I also thank Aradhana for her kind heart and to support this session very smoothly. That's all. Thank you very much.
And I'm really thankful to our guest speaker today for conducting this wonderful webinar. It was indeed a great session. I would also like to thank all our participants for their support in making this webinar a success. The recording of the webinar will be available on techgeek.com by tomorrow. Thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Rao, for taking the time out and having us here with you. I hope you have a great evening ahead.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you and also your audiences. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Same here, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.